This is the most haunted place in the world. A traveling salesman was on the road when he came across a run-down motel. Despite the bad reviews, he decided to book a room for the night. When he got to the front desk, the clerk told him that he was the only customer and that he could have any room he wanted. He chose room 313. The clerk's eyes widened in surprise. "No one ever stays in room 313, she said. "It's our most haunted room. I wouldn't recommend it," but the salesman insisted and paid for the room up front. As soon as he opened the door, he knew why no one ever stayed there. It was a perfect replica of his childhood bedroom, right down to the wallpaper and the posters on the walls. And sitting in the corner was an old woman in a rocking chair. She turned to him and said, "I've been waiting for you." The salesman screamed and backed away. "Who are you?" he asked. The woman smiled and said, "You know who I am." "I'm your mother." The salesman's mother had died when he was just a child. He had never seen her in his entire life. Yet this woman looked exactly like the picture that his father kept in his wallet. The salesman was terrified, but he stayed in the room that night. And in the morning, he checked out without saying a word to anyone. When the clerk saw that he was alone, she sighed in relief and said, "You made it out okay. No one has ever left room 313 and lived to tell the tale." She checked the room's record and said, "You're the first person to ever check out." But what happened next was even stranger. The next day, the motel owner found room 313. It wasn't there. In fact, it had never been there. The walls were covered in cobwebs and the room was filled with the sound of crickets. No one had ever seen the room before. And when the police checked the motel's records, they found that the salesman's name was John Smith. That was strange because John Smith had been reported missing in 1989. The last place that he was seen was this very motel. And the clerk remembered that he had entered the room alone. But when the police searched the room, they found no sign of a struggle. John Smith had simply vanished into thin air. Some say that room 313 still exists, hiding somewhere in the motel, taking anyone who enters it back to their childhood home. Some say that the only way to escape room 313 is to say goodbye to your loved ones. But what if you don't have any loved ones? Then you might just be stuck there forever. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.